Welcome to the educational channel. This is grade 12, episode 6, unit 2. First, before we talk about the unit, let's remember a few tips for answering the set book questions. Make sure you read all the questions carefully. And remember, they are of general nature, so you can use your own background information as well as the textbook information. Write full, meaningful sentences and provide at least 2 causes, reasons, or effects according to the question. Pay attention to handwriting and spelling, and always revise your answer. This unit will be discussing migration. Now, when I hear the word migration, these are a few things that I may think of: better jobs, earthquakes, high salary, famine, education, obliterating war. Now, first, what is migration? Did I think of these words? Migration is when individuals or group of people leave their homes and go to live in a foreign country seeking a better life. Foreign is an adjective, which means from or relating to a country that is not your own. Migrants had to leave their homeland to settle in a foreign country. Seek is a verb to try to achieve or get something. For example, students seek support and assistance from their teachers to help them achieve their potential. What does the word mass mean? Mass is involving or intended for a very large number of people. There was a mass migration of Irish farmers to America in the 19th century. Major is an adjective that means very large or important. The government's major concern is preventing road accidents. And famine is a situation in which a large number of people have little or no food for a long time, and many people die. Now, what do you think obliterate means? Obliterate is to destroy something completely so that nothing remains. Large areas of the city were obliterated by the devastating earthquake, destroyed completely. Like this picture. Emigrate is a verb which means to leave your own country in order to live in another country. Many people emigrated to Kuwait to seek a better life. What do you think people do to seek a better life? People emigrate to other places. The word afford is a verb which means to provide something or allow something to happen. Look at this example. Kuwait has afforded many jobs since the economic boom. Engage in means to be involved in something, especially something that continues for a period of time. Taqaddam program engages students in projects that help them acquire soft skills. Why do you think foreign people plan to settle down in Kuwait? Think about it. Kuwait affords them the opportunity to engage in a standard living. The word hard-pressed means having a lot of problems and not enough money or time. The government helped hard-pressed families with basic needs during the lockdown. Boom means increase in business. For example, the great economic boom in Kuwait began in 1960s. Deteriorate is a verb meaning to become worse. The world economic situation has deteriorated since the outbreak of coronavirus. It became worse. And decimate means to destroy a large part of something. Many wild animals were decimated because of the wildfire. Do you remember that? Migrant is someone who goes to live in another area or country, especially in order to find work. Many migrants in Australia find great jobs there. Now, you can find this exercise in the student's book, page 18. We will match the words with their meanings. The definition great hunger, what do you think would match with the words? Starvation. Economic activity concerned with production materials, what do you think? An economic activity? Industry. a serious shortage of food leading to great hunger. We just took this word, famine. And a period of great wealth, boom. The process of modernization, we would match it with the word development. And leave your country to live in a foreign country, emigrate. Now, which word means to get worse? What do you think? Deteriorate. Excellent. Let's move on. Again, why do people migrate? What do you think? There are many factors that pushes them away, such as few services in their country, or a lack of jobs, sometimes war, or natural disasters. And what attracts them in another country is access to services, better jobs, improved life conditions, and meticulous plan for a better way of living. Meticulous means very careful with small details. For example, meticulous plans usually helps people achieve their objectives. Now, migration has many advantages and disadvantages. Other words would be many pros and cons. Let's discuss the advantages of migration first. One of the advantages would be access to services and take a breather from harsh conditions. To take a breather is to take a brief pause for rest. My friend finished all her work and finally had time to take a breather. Another advantage, learn a new language and learn about a different culture. New opportunities, not only jobs, but also education, studies, or residing in high-tech cities. Reside means to live in a particular place. My friend resides in a building that overlooks the seafront. And high-tech, meaning using advanced technology. Kuwait City is a high-tech city, and that's why many skilled workers work there. Now, on the other hand, we have disadvantages of migration. Some people feel homesick because they miss their family and friends. Unfortunately means used when you are mentioning a fact that you wish were not true. Unfortunately, they miss their families. Or, my favorite team played well. Unfortunately, they lost the game. Another disadvantage is it takes time to adapt to a new culture or new habits. We get culture shock. Arduous means involves a lot of strength and effort. Like climbing a mountain is an arduous physical exercise. Strenuous means needing a lot of effort or strength too. For example, I have to take a rest after a strenuous day. We went jogging for 2 hours. Displace means to make a group of people or animals have to leave the place where they normally live. Many animals were displaced from the forest because of the Great Fire in Australia. Perturbed means worried about something that has happened or will happen. For example, some students get perturbed and anxious before the exams. Disgruntled means unhappy, annoyed, and disappointed about something. Ali was disgruntled because he was not chosen for the team. He was unhappy. He was upset about it. Minor means small or not important. We have made some minor changes to the program, very small changes. Are you ready for more words? Let's take a look. Animated means showing a lot of interest and energy. It was an animated discussion. We benefited a lot from it. Necessitate is a verb, means to make it necessary for you to do something. The dramatic increase in car accidents necessitates imposing tough traffic regulations. Now look at the picture. Do you think she's happy, anxious, nervous? So she's biting her nails nervously. Nervously means anxiously. The job applicant was waiting nervously for the interview. She was very nervous. Resort is a noun. It's a place where a lot of people go for holiday. We spent our holiday at a seaside resort. Look at this place. I call this a resort. To rent. Regularly pay money to live in a house or room or maybe a car. You can rent a car. Look at the example. My car broke down, so I had to rent a car. Rift is a noun, meaning a crack or narrow opening in a large mass of rock. The earthquake caused a rift along the road. Look at the picture, this is a rift. Now we will have a vocabulary exercise. If you need to pause the video, go revise the words and then come back to do the exercise. Choose the best answer from A, B, C, or D. Number 1. The dramatic increase in coronavirus cases, imposing tough preventive measures. What do you think? Necessitates. Excellent. Number 2. The Ministry of Education has made efforts to start online teaching classes across Kuwait. What kind of efforts? Strenuous. Number 3. Many Islamic charity organizations help poor people who suffer from Poor people, what do they suffer from? Famine. Your qualifications do not meet our requirements, so we cannot consider you for the post. Unfortunately, because this is bad news, they can't consider them for the post. China plans to start vaccination to stop the spread of coronavirus. Mass vaccination, a large number. Number 6. Many Europeans migrated to the Gulf after the oil, what did we say meant increase, sudden increase in something? Boom. In this episode, we learned how to use new vocabulary items and sentences. We learned how to answer the set book questions. Thank you for watching.